guys, welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Shin, and I'm now married.
Oh my God.
Joined as always by my co-host, Jay Lee.
Hey.
Our ex-co-host, Seline Jung.
Hi.
And our longtime friend and neighbor, Sumin Han.
Hello.
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 Sue.
Wow, we're all together in a really long time.
Yeah.
It's been such a long time.
Yeah.
Since
Very
the four
long
of us have gotten
Yeah,
together.
it's been forever.
Sue, so sorry that we couldn't have you at the wedding. Your presence was sorely missed.
Yeah, we missed you
I was
a lot.
very sad to miss it, but
know.
also checking in with people and
For
making
sure.
sure I got updates.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You got all the updates.
I got all the updates.
And also, we see each other all the time, so.
That's true. But it was a momentous occasion, and I was very
Yes,
sad that I
it
missed
was.
it, but I was also at another
I
wedding.
know.
so-
How was Carol's wedding, by the way?
It was great.
It was good?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, being
You
a
saw
bridesmaid
all the
is...
old
yeah.
you friends. Yeah.
Yes, I saw the old
Oh, yeah, you were a
homies.
bridesmaid.
Being a bridesmaid is no easy feat, I will say.
How many times have you been a bridesmaid at this point?
Honestly, like definitely more than 5 times.
That's
That's
fucked up.
That
really
is a
good.
lot.
That means that you are just super like tight and trusted and beloved by a lot of people.
Yeah,
That's an
perhaps.
honor. That's an honor.
Yeah.
And I'm always very surprised because I'm like, why would you think that I look good in a bridesmaid dress? You know what I mean?
up.
It's like so not
kidding?
You
You
look
know it's
fine.
not about that.
Bridesmaids and groomsmen based on
how
how
they look
good
in
you're
that
gonna look.
dress.
So, I mean, some Koreans might, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, it looked like you guys had a lot of fun.
We
so,
did, yeah. I mean, it's all such a sort of blur. It feels like so long ago. I was just talking to
Yeah.
Jay and Celine about this. Like, I can remember, obviously, like, the lunches that we had and the dinners with the families and, like, even, like, getting ready for the wedding. Even the night of the wedding, the after party, I can remember, like, most things. But it feels so long ago.
Yeah.
It just feels so ancient and long ago. And even, like, that person feels like an old version of Aaron.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, yeah, I was just so queued up and like ready to go socializing. And
Yeah.
I had to do a lot of PR kind of shit. You
Yeah,
know,
of
like
course.
my parents had to, meet Jaehyun's parents. That was a huge. I talked to you guys about it. Like I was so
Yeah.
stressed about that dinner.
Yeah.
Turned out fucking great actually. And
Awesome.
they actually got dinner again. Just my parents and her
separately.
parents.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Right before they flew out. So
I
it
love
was cool.
that.
Like they definitely got to talk and chill. And all the after party stuff worked out fine.
Yeah.
Like the soiree was beautiful.
It did.
Like the lunch
It-
was great.
yeah.
So it all worked out. Like
It all did.
I don't know why I was so nervous, but
I mean, it's
It's a-
normal.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big day. Like you're working towards like one day,
Yeah.
right, worth of activity.
Yeah.
I feel like that can cause a lot of anxiety. But
Well, and not only that, you had so many people fly in.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had a good
Yes.
amount. Yeah.
And I understand why that would have been stressful because I
Right.
would have been too. Like, you want to
See them,
You
you
want to
wanna-
see them, make sure that they're taken care of,
Entertained.
that they're entertained.
Definitely wanted to make sure that
Yeah.
the homies who flew in like got a glimpse of Korea, like ate
Exactly,
Korean food and like got recommendations and felt. But I remember even leading up, a lot of you guys were saying like, "Bro, we're all adults." Like, no, you were saying this a lot. You're
Yeah.
like, "Everyone's an adult, like they're fine," and that is very true.
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
But before everyone left, I had to make sure I could see them one more time,
Of
just
course.
like get drinks or something. So it
Because
was
they
just
made a big
Yeah.
flight,
A big journey,
over,
a big journey,
over.
yeah.
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 And they wouldn't have done it if not for
If not-
this.
yeah.
So.
absolutely,
Yeah.
But also, Korea is a hot place.
It is a hot place.
They got a 2
I
for
think,
1.
especially for my high school friends, it was like, because Gene had just been here in December and he had met a lot of us and he just loved, the crew and loved Korea. So he was already just like, I'm 100% going to be there. And, whatever happens. Like, I'm super down to party. And so I knew that in that crew, it would be a lot of fun if my friend Ari, who didn't go to high school with us, he's like almost like how I am with SFS kids.
Like
Celine.
a new friend?
He's,
yeah.
No, he's
or like an add-on
He's
friend?
an add-on friend to my
yeah.
high school friends.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
basically,
yeah.
my high school friends went to Santa Cruz with him. He went to college in Santa Cruz, and so that I've known him since we were like 18. But I only got close to Ari maybe, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, relatively recently. But he's always been an integral part of my friend group writ large, right? For the high school homies. And then Ethan is like just the high school homie that I've known him since we were like 12 actually, and like. It's just funny because I've gone through so many ups and downs with Ethan, not ups and downs emotionally, but like either he's in my life or we don't talk for a few years. That's how it is with Ethan,
okay,
right?
with Ethan,
because I've just
yeah.
known him for so long,
Right,
you know?
right.
And so like having Ethan at the wedding was so special Frankly, it was just so special.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So the high school homies came, and the college friends came, and that was a whole nother like
So much fun.
full circle.
Yeah.
Just feeling like, wow, we're getting old, and I don't know.
I saw the picture from Sosorok, like the samgyeopsal place.
Yeah.
You guys say that? And I was like, oh, that looks like it was a successful
Yeah,
little
I think
like
so.
pre-wedding, introductory experience.
Yeah, and Aaron made us do musical chairs. Like he was switching people's seats around to
I
like
love
get
that.
everyone to talk.
Yeah. Because I know I know
that's
that
a good
Ra wanted to talk to you basically, and I was like, I'm gonna make that happen, bro.
Wait, why?
Because I think I had just mentioned that like I just mentioned like, oh well, first of all,
You
full
talked me
disclosure,
up.
full disclosure, before anything. For all my friends who are single, I was like, especially if they're flying in, I was like, oh, by the way, there are a few single people, and these
a
are their
matchmaker.
names.
I know people do this at
Yeah,
weddings.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's a thing.
And Ari just like he liked you, and so
Oh.
and I had told him like I was like, here's your in, bro. Like she like was chilling in New Mexico for a long time.
So we
and,
talked about that.
and I was like, that's your in, and he's
Yeah.
like, got it. So
Yeah.
What happened? Is there any follow-up to this?
We just
story?
talked. I liked him.
You
I
should
liked-
definitely talk to
liked-
Ari more. I mean,
Yeah.
Ari's one of the best people I know. He's
No,
a beautiful person.
A beautiful person.
He is a beautiful
Beautiful.
person.
Yeah, I mean, like all of your high school friends, Ari included, or not high school, like your friends who I did get to talk to. And sadly, I didn't get to meet everyone. Jay and I were talking about that.
Yeah.
But there was just so much going on that I didn't get to like
Of course, it's
really,
Yeah.
Totally.
talk to anyone.
Totally.
But like just meeting everyone, I enjoyed every conversation
Totally,
I had.
yeah.
Everyone was so nice.
I mean, like, so the day of
I
the
was
wedding.
nervous about that lunch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I have social anxiety.
I know, I
And
know.
I obviously knew you would be there, but I also knew like, okay, Justin and Elaine aren't gonna make it. Cindy's not gonna make it.
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna be there.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I knew it was all of your like
It was
US
basically
friends.
everyone who flew in.
So I was
But I'm proud of you
freaking
for
out.
going, so
I know.
No, it was Cells. It was Cells and Jay. You guys are good integral pieces because you represent the Korean crew, honestly.
Yes.
So like it was
Yes,
really
we held it down.
was
The
really
K
special.
crew.
The K crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then in the day of the event itself, like the actual wedding, I mean, I want to hear from you guys because like I was so nervous the entire time. I thought I was gonna throw up. And even after like the nuptials ended and we were upstairs like eating our dinner before we came back down, I couldn't eat,
throw
bro.
up.
I couldn't eat.
Actually,
Yeah.
I could tell you were nervous. I
so
saw it on
nervous.
your face, but it was like really. It was sweet. I was like, oh, Aaron is like really feeling
Bro,
like
I
the
was
pressure.
I
and
was
the,
dolled up. I was like I was like
You were very dolled. I noticed that in the videos and the photos, and I was like, oh, they put makeup on.
Bro, I
you
felt
were
Aaron.
so
I
dolled
just
up.
felt
That's
like I felt
best
like it was a
description.
performance, which it is in some
I think
ways.
it is,
but
yeah.
it's so not me. It just frankly that like that whole pageantry, not as a criticism or anything,
Yeah.
but just like weddings are crazy because
It doesn't come natural to you.
It does not come
Yeah.
naturally.
I
As much of a
know.
ham as I am, and I love attention,
No,
that's not
for
the kind of
sure.
attention I want.
Yeah,
you know
and
what I mean?
I've heard from a lot of people that it's like you're not even present at your wedding.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like listening to this podcast about people talking about like this phenomenon where like you go to a wedding and it's like your best friend, right? And then you know how after the vows you do the rounds,
Yeah.
and you have to like greet every table, and it's
Yeah.
like when the couple comes by, it's like blank stare.
Yeah.
You don't know who they are. It's like
They're,
it's
like,
me.
blind.
It's me. We've known each
Dude,
other for 20 years.
totally.
You're going through the motions.
That's
right?
so
You have to
funny
do so
because
much.
that is I noticed that of
it's
myself,
me.
like being like, oh, thanks for coming, guys. It always starts with that.
Yeah.
Thanks
He
for
became
thanks
a
for coming.
politician for the night. You know what I mean? He's
No,
like,
actually,
when he
yeah.
walks in, he has to greet everyone with like a, you know, I feel
Yeah.
like that's what it is. But I will say, because
I've
I
known
didn't
you
get
since I was
to,
5.
yeah, I didn't get to attend the wedding, but like when I was very adamant about getting a video of your speech, obviously.
Yeah.
And I literally like, while I was watching it in the States, I was crying because I was like,
Wait,
oh my God,
did someone send a video?
Someone
Yeah.
sent me Jaehyun. I think somebody ended up sending. I was like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
this is not good enough. This is not good enough. It doesn't like nobody.
Damn.
But then someone sent a video of your like part of your speech and when you were crying, and I was like, okay, here he like he was able to like actually like At least that's how it seemed
Sure,
to me.
sure.
where it
By the
felt
way,
like-
Aaron's speech, Aaron's speech was
it was so cute.
or your vows. Your speech.
Sorry, speech is
My campaign speech for eligibility for marriage.
Vows were really good.
it was so
It
cute.
was.
They were very
I worked on
touching,
them.
really
Yeah.
sincere.
So
like in the
sweet.
moment, they felt really sincere.
Yeah.
Like didn't.
I had never
And
actually.
Chans too.
Yeah.
Oh, no, very
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I had never read them out loud,
Yeah.
which I
Oh.
realized was a mistake. But I did actually tear up when I wrote them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I was like, don't cry, bro. I was like, yeah, I'm not.
I was like,
And then actually, when she was reading her vows, is when I started crying.
Yeah.
Right. So I started tearing up with her vows.
And then by the time you had to speak,
I was like,
Already
I got choked
sobbing.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
wait, did
Sobbing.
she? So you guys, it was a reveal, right? Like you guys, didn't, it was a surprise.
We
You
nev-
didn't-
we never
you
shared our vows.
your
Yeah,
vows
yeah.
Before. Okay, yeah.
It was beautiful.
It was wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will always remember that. I will remember that moment very well because
Yeah.
I kept looking at Saul just to kind of read Saul. But because when I rehearsed, quote unquote, with Saul, like when we would just get at
Saul
cafes,
was
The officiant.
Saul was the officiant.
officiating
Yeah.
wedding,
So like
yes.
I had to work with him to write his whole script. And kudos to Saul, honestly, for
He
doing
did a
that.
great job.
Dude,
Yeah.
he did such a good job.
I thought his speech was really
So good.
Yeah,
really
But he
thoughtful
actually shared
and
it with me
sincere.
before, so I already knew all that. But we had thought he was going to be standing in the center the whole time, as a Western wedding would go. We didn't conceive that he'd be behind us at like a
At a
lectern.
podium,
Yeah, like it made
literally,
no.
yeah.
So I couldn't.
Yeah.
I wanted to have some sort of support, like looking at someone, but everyone I could look at was outside my periphery or behind me, right? So it was a little bit like, I guess this is it. Like we're in it. So I'm just gonna do my thing. But I couldn't even like really look at the table of friends. Like I could sometimes glance and make eye contact with someone briefly, but it'd be like, I don't know. It was passing.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, and your side of the wedding was all out of your view.
behind you.
Yeah.
It was
I
like all
see.
blind spotted. So,
Yeah. So that was, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but
Interesting.
You couldn't think of the word interesting.
it just felt a little bit performative, I guess, at the end of the day. But that idea of performance anxiety, or like I've had this
Oh.
nightmare a few times in my life where I'm on stage, I'm in a band, and then someone's like, all right, we're going on, we got to play, and I'm playing the bass in this dream, and I'm like, what song are we playing? And they're like, you know the song. And I just have to go up there and wing it. I have this dream a lot. Basically,
Oh,
just, I have to
winging
like
it dreams are
Yeah.
scary.
and so that's kind of what it felt like up there.
Okay,
at
that's
times.
terrifying.
Yeah, where it was like, okay, just take a deep breath.
That
You
is
got
terrifying.
this. And luckily, in my dreams, it always turns out okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, which is why I have this weird self confidence, because in my dreams, I always turn out victorious, even when I'm terrified.
Yeah.
But that was like a real life scenario where I was like, don't fuck up, man. Like, don't make a crass joke. Don't make a weird face. Try to be normal.
Yeah.
Although about making weird faces, if you look at a few of the photos that Jaehyun posted on her thing, I was making a lot of like wild faces at times, and I was like, I wish I hadn't done that. But
I don't
think
think I saw anything crazy.
it was at the very end when we were walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
Actually, so our friend Cindy made this really beautiful
Yeah.
video, and I was so touched by it. It really like. It was so unexpected. It was such a
90s
beautiful
vibe. sort
Yeah,
of.
so she used like a camcorder and like just made this really retro looking video. It's very short. It's only a minute, which is perfect length. But at the end, I do this whole like
I love
leering
that.
at the camera.
That's my favorite moment.
But then, so
Yeah.
Jaehyun has a photo of that. Someone took a photo of me doing that.
I love it.
It just makes me cringe because that's the face I was like, don't act
Don't
that
make
way.
it, yeah.
Like, don't be yourself, basically.
Yeah, but then it's like that
Just because like I
is you,
felt
you know?
so much, I just felt so scrutinized, not judged, but just like if everyone's watching me. And for a lot of her
Yeah.
Korean friends, like this is their second time meeting
That
me.
too.
So I just
Right.
like
That
didn't
too.
want to like embarrass Jaehyun, or I don't know what it is really, but I was just like, be normal. And also because my sister was there and like my parents, and that's a whole other thing that I was just like, be mature and like on top of your shit. You know what I mean? It was.
It's your wedding. You can do
Yeah,
what
and-
you feel, you know.
Yeah, and like people are if they are judging you, actually, no, I don't even think people are there to judge. People
No,
are
no,
there.
totally
No
not.
way.
Yeah,
Totally
people
not.
are there to like genuinely
Celebrate.
To celebrate. Yeah, and
Totally.
anything you would have done would have been fine.
I know.
Truly.
You're right. I acknowledge that. But just in the moment.
In the moment.
Yeah. Under
yeah,
the lights.
no, for sure.
For
yeah.
sure.
Caked under layers of makeup.
Yes.
My hair is rigid. You know, like I just like I look like a
I would have
different
been
version
so
of me.
terrified about the sweat
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a sweater.
Weirdly, I know you're a sweater,
Yeah.
but so Jan's also a sweater too. And I am. My forehead and hands get clammy.
Yeah.
My hands were insanely moist, but luckily, I mean, the makeup. I mean, it was just covering my pores, so I was unable to sweat from my face.
They were all clogged.
Yeah.
Wait, question. Did you and Jaehyun manage to wipe off all of your makeup
Yes.
and shower
Yes.
before
Yes, before-
consummating your marriage?
LOL. I'll say this after the after party. So the way the after party went for me, and I'm curious to hear how you guys thought of the after
Yeah.
party. After party for me was around 3 a.m. Most people had left, but still there were a lot of lingerers, and we were cleaning up. We were actually like trying to take down some balloons and cleaning dishes, and I was so but I remember it, which is funny. So I wasn't that drunk, but I was really drunk. And I was like, I just want to be in bed and I don't want to help clean. That's not my job. This is my wedding night. So I was like, babe, we got to go. She's like, we got to help clean. We have to help.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, nope, we're going. And I just grabbed
yeah.
her. And then we were walking home. We have this duffel bag of all of our like miscellaneous shit from the wedding. And then it starts raining.
Oh, what?
But it was
Romantic?
drizzling. Yeah, it was very
Drizzling, yeah.
romantic. It was very romantic. There's no one in the street. It starts drizzling, and she's like, "Is it?" She's also wasted.
Yeah.
Jan got drunk as fuck, so she's
Yay.
also like, and it's starting to drizzle. She's like, "Is it raining?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's starting to rain." And we got home, and it started pouring. It started pouring right after we got back.
Holy shit.
And we were on this couch right here, and she was like, "I was like, okay, you can just lie down." She goes, "You need to help me take out my hair." And I had
my God,
no
there's
idea.
100,000 bobby pins?
Dude, so many
Wait,
bobby
I didn't
pins.
even know she had fake hair
Yes,
in there.
she had. I woke up to like the Grudge looking shit on the ground,
like just
like a
clump of
wig or something. It was
extensions,
kind of creepy, but yeah, I had to take that out. And then while we're doing that, she's like, "Wait, we have to take off our makeup." So we like we wiped it down with a cloth thing that she has, and then we had to take a shower. Like, and so we actually like really washed up. And by the time we went to bed, it was like 4.
Nice.
Because we were talking and like just like, wow, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And then the next day she was hungover, like
Super
she was
hungover.
dead.
Yeah.
dude.
Were you? Super
I was
hungover?
fine.
What?
I was fine
Did
because
you guys have things scheduled the next day?
no,
Okay.
we checked into a hotel where everyone else was staying
Right.
actually, so we had to be there by 2 p.m. to check in. I got there early because she was sleeping. So we got the presidential suite there, and like
Nice.
it was dope. Yeah, it was a nice way to because everyone was centralized. All the homies that flew in were pretty much at that same hotel, so it was a great way to be like. Some people are flying out that night, somewhere the next day. But Jan was like, "I'm sorry, I need Pocari Sweat. I need to lie down." So we just spent pretty much the whole day in our nice room. People came in, we like chilled.
I mean, yeah, that's what you should have
That's
done.
lovely.
Yeah.
Wait, was it the Hyatt or
it
where
was
were
at
you?
the Mondrian.
The Mondrian. Oh,
But it's funny.
right,
I
right.
woke up the next day at 8 a.m. And I was like, "Babe, wake up. We're married. Like, woo, let's go." And she's like, "I'm sorry. I'm so hungover. I need to sleep." I text Jean, and Jean and Ethan, my high school friends, have an Airbnb up the street. Jean's like, "Come over. Let's drink." And I just went over and we started drinking again.
In the morning?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
that is the proper way to do
Yeah,
it.
that's.
though.
I was so
Yeah.
grateful that they are staying. We're staying so close because I was like, "This is exactly what I needed. I need to like see my friends. I need to like celebrate."
And then
Like
like
de-
debrief.
Yeah, debrief, yeah.
Always.
And connect,
Yeah.
reconnect.
It was
yeah.
awesome. It worked out. So
Yeah.
But wait, so how was your guys' experience with like the after party and all that stuff?
It was-
it was fun.
Yeah,
it
it was
all
fun.
worked out. I know that you consulted with us beforehand about like the after party, about the music.
Oh yeah, how was the
about, like-
music?
Oh, the playlist.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want to know
Yeah.
about the playlist.
It was great.
Yeah, it
I think it was.
Yeah. But
also-
you were
yeah.
you made me feel so insecure, Nuna. And actually, Jay, you
Why? 'Cause
agreed
it was
with her.
like, If
Yeah.
anyone under the age
No, it
of
was like
30 would have walked in, it would have
Pretty
been
much.
like
That's part of it. But it was like
What the-
Sue was like, people want to get fucked up, they want to dance, and I totally received that. But then the way Jay was like, yeah, and I was like, shut up, Jay, you wasn't Elliott Smith. Like, what the hell?
okay, don't get me wrong. Like, I like to if I'm gonna hang out with a bunch of people, and I play music. Nobody likes the music I play.
We like it.
We like
no,
it.
Sue hates the
yeah,
music.
I like
She's
I
music
just
you
like
play.
to listen to it when I'm alone and sad. That's the type of music.
Oh, yeah,
that-
not a wedding after party.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, but to the finish your thought.
Yeah, but you didn't have like these sad songs. You just had like
Mellow songs,
mellow
a lot of mellow.
songs
Oh,
and
you had
more like
mellow songs on there.
quote unquote white people music.
Yeah.
It was like
Which
super
is what I
mellow.
listen to.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna have like a dance party,
Right,
my
right.
argument was, and I think Sue's argument also was that you want to have like music to turn up
Totally.
to, and
I
like,
totally understood that, like that.
You got the
critique.
assignment.
I got it. So like
Yeah. Did
I
Chloe
really
help?
did.
Or
So
did
I
anyone help?
I sent it to Chloe to review, but Chloe's taste in music is, I mean, she has a really good taste in music. So don't get me wrong, but it was a lot of these songs that I was like, I do think there's a segment of the group that will not know what the fuck these songs are, to be honest.
So yeah, the thing about I feel like also a wedding thing is so different from a
Yes.
regular party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you kind of just have to play the basic hits.
You have to play the hits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
And it worked,
Top-
but it
yeah.
worked out.
Top 50 from whenever you were in
Totally.
college.
Literally,
That's,
yeah.
that's what
and
you
it
wanna
worked
do.
out. And then even around like 1, we just started karaokeing and
Right,
shit. And it was
right.
so fun.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Because
Yeah.
that's when we pulled out like some of the
Yeah.
classics, you know
Like
what I
whatever
mean?
you want.
Yeah, just whatever. Like Oasis. It's like, don't play Oasis at the wedding
Yeah.
after party.
Right,
Sing
right.
it at
Sing
the, you know what I mean?
it.
It's like,
Exactly.
hell
Yeah.
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 So it worked out. I think playlist was great. I mean, we had like Chris and Elaine, a few people like who like
Videos,
really like we
yeah.
are not going to see for a while.
Yeah.
Like send in some videos. Chris had the funniest submission.
Chris showed me his video
Did he
because I
really?
was with him in Austin before. He was like super nervous about it, you know?
No,
and I
No,
like,
it was so funny.
I was cracking up.
Everyone loved it. It was so good. It was
Yeah.
perfect.
I love
Yeah.
the photo booth. That was a great idea.
Yeah, and so shout out to Jen for like
Yeah, that
organizing
whole room.
all that shit, dude. Like,
It looked really good.
dude,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
kudos to
amazing.
Jen.
Jen and James killed
James,
it,
yeah.
but really Jen killed it. I mean, James acknowledges that too. Jen went above and beyond.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, she's clearly good at that.
she's so good at it,
Yeah.
and it worked out really well. So. They gave us a whole box with a bunch of the Polaroids that we can keep.
and then messages
and like
right?
the little book. Yeah,
Such a good
inscription.
idea. Such a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, weddings are crazy, but I'm really glad we did our wedding the way we did, which I think that we were able to budget it well. I guess, you know, like I don't know if these are good or bad numbers, but I think all in for the after party and like all the dinners I bought with all my friends
So
and
like
stuff.
everything except the actual wedding.
Yeah,
Actual wedding.
was about like Olbengmalon, which is about like 4,500 or 4,000, you know, or
Yeah.
3,800.
Yeah,
But like that's
wait,
including
really good.
booze. That's including it's
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
really good.
That's insane,
Yeah,
right?
would have
Yeah.
been-
really, really good.
Yeah.
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 That
So
would have been
Good
the
job.
cost
Really
of
grateful, yeah.
alcohol alone in the States.
but I was lucky that I got all my friends to bring bottles of tequila from the States for me.
So smart.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
that
idea.
funded that is what people drank.
Yeah.
And,
That's a
good
and also
idea.
because Jen knows the Magpie guys, they gave us 60 free beers.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that helped a lot too. And then Southside hooked it up with the wine. So I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
we got lucky.
there was no lacking in alcohol.
we had
Yeah.
plenty of alcohol.
Like it was, yeah.
yeah, we had plenty of
Yeah.
booze. We had a leftover.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will say that
It always happens.
the tequila did go fast.
That's what I told you.
Yeah.
At weddings, I feel like people who don't even normally take
Drink
shots,
shots,
will be like,
yeah.
yeah, fuck it.
We
Let's
had
do
we
it.
had a beer pong table in the back, and Jaehyun's CrossFit coach and his like wife and like their like the CrossFit crew were just like, let's go, and they were playing all night.
Oh,
and her coach was the one who was like, is this bottle? Can I just take this? And like I think the bartender Spaya was just like, yeah, yoink. And I
Like
think
the
he did
bottle
that
of
twice.
tequila?
Yeah, basically, I think he did that twice with our tequila. Just like basically brought it to the beer pong table, and
Guzzled
anyone
it.
who was playing was just taking
Would
shots
just take-
the entire
from the
night.
bottle, yeah.
yeah.
No, it was
So-
a success. Everyone had fun. Everyone
Yeah.
had a good time. It
But
was
you didn't drink.
no, I didn't drink. Still had a really good time.
Okay.
It was nice to like see people.
Yeah.
Like it was so nice to see Andrew and Elena and Justin and Khaled.
Yes, Khaled just got married as
And,
well.
Yeah, I got to meet
What?
his wife. Like
Yeah, his wife
really,
Nadia is
really,
so lovely.
really awesome.
Yeah.
And like it was just nice to be with everyone and
Yeah.
see people who we hadn't seen in so long.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Jay,
then-
did you drink?
Oh, I got super.
Did you?
fucked
Because
up.
I feel
Yeah.
like I regret not being able to talk to the Korean crew as much. I was so like busy trying to politicize with or like PR with everyone else.
Right.
Yeah.
But we see you all
no,
the
it's
time.
fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I had been trying to like not drink that much just in general when hanging out, but then that night I was like,
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Aaron's wedding.
Yeah. Wait, what time did you leave?
Go. I don't know. Maybe like.
Do you
I
stumble
honestly, I
home
don't
with
know.
you
We
on
left
maybe?
at 1.
Okay.
The crew, like, we left at 1. A lot of people had left by then, but there was like a group of people going strong.
Yeah.
Like all
Yeah.
of you guys.
It was
Yeah.
strong.
Like,
I
yeah.
did sit down
strong.
with you and your sister at one point.
I think I remember,
and
yeah.
talked for like 20 minutes or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
That was nice. Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny. People were like, yo, man, you and your sister were talking like really intensely. And I was like, were we? But I realized that that's the only way my sister and I know how to talk.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God, wait.
But it's just funny that people got to see that because like we were actually
Yeah.
having a pretty
I
like
relate to
regular
that.
conversation.
Right.
Yep,
But
I relate to
our
that.
facial expressions look like we're like,
So grave.
yeah. But that's just how I don't know what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but it's just funny that like, you know what I mean? Like, that's actually how comfortable she felt in that moment to like be talking.
Yeah.
Because
That's great.
that's just like what I'm so glad that she came out too.
Yeah.
And like she gave, I mean, her sister. So Jaehyun's sister gave an amazing speech. My
The
sister
sister
gave a
speeches
really
were so
beautiful
sweet.
speech. Justin gave an awesome, very flattering speech, and I was just so
Yeah,
touched
it was
by.
a great speech.
Aw.
They were
Yeah.
all really good.
Yeah. So yeah, everything was
So
chill.
much FOMO.
Yeah. But here's
Feeling
the thing.
it again.
I feel like we should just have another party, not wedding related, but we'll just have another party
like
in general.
Yeah.
And then we'll all just get fucked up and laugh and
A
dance.
post-wedding party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I am a little sad that I didn't get the opportunity to meet your family, obviously.
Yeah.
And like
It was so
other
nice meeting your
friends.
parents because
Yeah.
like I heard so much about them and like to see them in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was joking with people. I was like, it's going to explain a lot when you meet my parents, but I don't really know how much people got to really talk to them.
I'm glad I got to chat.
Yeah. But like, I mean, it only takes like 1 minute interaction with my parents to know that they're very like sweet people, like just straight up. You know what I mean? My mom was crazy when I was a kid, like insane, but she's so soft now. Yeah. But
Anyone?
but trust me, she was like clinically insane.
I mean,
We trust you.
And now she's like so warm and just loving about everything. Everything is like makes her cry with like joy. My dad's always been like the most jovial, positive person. So it was good to see them. And I was so happy that they got along with Jaehyun's parents. That was really the main concern,
Because
honestly.
I remember we had a conversation like a couple years ago where we were living together at Bestville.
Yeah,
Where we were like nervous about the parental situation, about
totally.
just when you get married, like having to have them meet your, partner's
Mm-hmm.
parents and all that stuff. But, I feel like it all worked out.
It
and
did. It comes down to my dad, right? Because my dad is like the social one, I guess. And he's like, but my dad goes through these ups and downs with depression, honestly. So, but he was super high the entire time for the wedding because he's just like, my son's getting married. So he was on it and he was talkative and funny and charming. But then as soon as he got back to the States, he had to go to the hospital.
like,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
oh, because
Is he
something
okay?
happened?
I think that the trip just took a lot out
It
of
was-
him.
yeah, yeah,
and his
yeah.
potassium levels were through the roof for some reason. So he had
Is it
shortness
banana?
a lot of bananas. No, he just had
overdose.
shortness of breath, and he was admitted to the hospital a few days after. So I was like, "Damn! Well, I'm glad you made it out, Dad."
Yeah.
So.
He's okay now.
Yeah, he's fine. I just talked to
Okay.
him this morning.
That's good.
But it's just like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And
Whirlwind.
that's just the start of now what is gonna be like the rest of my life. So it's just funny, like I walked through a big doorway, a long hallway actually.
Yeah.
Of just like a lot of things happening, a lot of past and present merging, and
Yeah.
and then with that being this idea of the future that Jaehyun and I want to build, and it's it makes me. I sometimes like I lie awake. This is gonna sound so corny. I lie awake at night just so excited about like the things that I want to do
That's
and we're gonna
great.
do,
Yeah.
and but then sometimes I'm like, oh man, like.
No,
We have
of
a lot to do.
course.
We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a lot to do. And there's like that, it's so cliche, but that's what being married is. It's like these intense highs and then these like, I wouldn't say lows, but these like sobering moments where you're like, okay, well then I guess I really got to do this. And then I guess I got to change this. And, like grow up. My sister said to me when privately, she was like, so now that you're an adult, because you're married, which pissed me off, right? Because I was like, oh my God, that's the most not the thing to say. But I get what she's saying, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I totally get what she's saying
It's
because
just another step in
It's
adulthood.
a milestone.
It's a milestone.
Another
It's a
milestone in
huge
adulthood.
milestone for sure.
Yeah. And so here we are with the ring on my finger, bro.
Yes, put a ring on it.
It's crazy, dude. I look at it sometimes. I'm like, wow.
The open run Cartier, might I add.
Jaehyun has the same one, right?
Yeah, we have the same one. But okay, I've started noticing wedding rings more, and so many. I would say like 70% of wedding rings I notice are the same ring that we have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a popular design.
Yeah, even in Italy,
People
I notice
buy
it so
that
many times.
as a regular
ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Classic status symbol, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, in Korea,
Legit.
this is not a status symbol. Come on.
Yeah.
You know,
mean?
luxury goods in Korea don't mean shit, in my opinion.
Oh, well, it's also because, I mean, yeah, Korea spends the most on luxury goods than anywhere else in the
Right.
world.
That's what I mean. It's like,
yeah.
they don't know. We might have gone into debt to buy these rings. We
No,
didn't,
for sure.
by the way. But
Which, like, a lot of people do.
dude, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like, these people
see what you
driving
mean.
the G-Wagons, they can't afford those cars.
Hell no. Dude, I actually know the numbers now because my boss was going to buy a G-Wagon. A G-Wagon,
160,000 now?
dude, it's like EOC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
200,000
I think
won.
it's over 200.
It's insanely
Yeah, yeah,
expensive
yeah.
in Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in America, G-Wagon's like 80,000, 90,000 USD.
No.
No, I think it's 100
Isn't it at least
something.
100?
Is it?
Yeah. It's
Amazing.
definitely over. I mean, depends on.
Jay is just like shaking his
So
head.
much money. Like, why would you spend that
ridiculous.
much on
It's
a car?
also
if
like-
you have that much money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about like cars to me that irks me. Like, I don't care if, you know, you're carrying on flashy handbags, whatever, but cars, like, I think it's because to me a car is like a death trap. And like it's like something that, like, if your car is big, it has the more chance to like kill something or kill someone. And especially if you're living in a city where this thing is like, you shouldn't be driving this thing. It's a gas guzzler. It's bad for the environment. It is massive. You're taking up parking spaces, like all of that.
Yeah.
Like, I actually feel like it, like, I don't know why it really annoys me when I see G-Wagons, and now pickup trucks in Seoul
Pickup trucks are
a thing.
Are a thing now?
They're a thing now in Seoul. And I see these like souped up pickup trucks like in Gangnam and like in my neighborhood too. And it's like, I hate this.
That's
and they
hilarious.
make sounds like, I hate the sounds of the fancy cars, like noise pollution.
Oh, dude,
I
so
just,
that's a
loud.
big- yeah.
Obnoxious.
I don't know what it is. I have like a thing about like cars.
That's so funny because I
that, like-
love cars.
Yeah, me too. I
don't know why. I'm so scared of them,
I
I
actually would
think
love
that's
to have a
why.
G-Wagon one day.
Not
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Not in Korea though.
Electric G.
Sure, but like not in Korea.
Electric. I feel like
It's
even
like
if
obnoxious. Do you know what I mean?
I like Harley Davidsons when they're loud as F. I can't stand it.
can't.
I don't like.
It gives me heart
Yeah.
palpitations.
There does. I think there are laws around that though. You're supposed to like keep your vehicles to like a certain decibel or something.
I don't know.
Or at least
Yeah, but
manufacturers.
yeah.
are supposed-
I feel like that doesn't
yeah, it doesn't. It
get
definitely.
followed. Also, idling. Oh my god! When someone's idling in their G-Wagon, I'm like, you're a shitty human
Yeah,
being.
totally.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you're a bad person.
Wait, speaking of being a shitty human being and a bad person, so you're not drinking anymore?
No, I just haven't drank in like 6 months or
6 whole months? It's
maybe
already
more.
been.
Yeah,
Damn.
maybe more.
So,
How much
Since like
longer?
April, whatever.
so is this
March,
going to
April.
continue forever?
Lifetime or
No, nothing is forever. But
Smart, good answer.
yeah, nothing's forever, and it's not like.
It's not like you can't have a
needed to
drink
quit.
ever.
Oh no,
And yeah, first of all, yeah,
It's not like I
you had
needed to quit drinking
you
or
didn't have a
anything.
problem by any
No, no,
means.
no.
Yeah.
no, not
But
at all.
I just like have been going through some like mental health issues over the last 6-ish months, which is why this like coincides.
Because like drinking and anxiety attacks tend to happen
Yes,
together.
It
Right.
makes it way worse.
Way worse.
Because drinking like shoots your cortisol levels up. I mean, it completely puts your body into like disequilibrium.
Right.
And like I can't handle that right now. So I need to like get better mentally before I can be like, all right, well, because I know that I could have some tequila right now. I'll probably be fine. But like with my anxiety, it's like I get into a spiral where let's say if I did drink it, and then if I feel one little thing, I will spiral and be like, okay, I'm gonna pass out, or I'm gonna like my heart is gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
I just like don't want to handle the stress of like freaking out. If
Don't
drink is gonna
introduce the
affect my body.
variable. Yeah, absolutely.
But I also have been having like chest pains. I don't know if anyone has experienced this before.
I have.
I'll like quickly give the lowdown of what's been going on.
Yeah.
But I've been feeling it's happened in the past, and it's probably linked to my anxiety, but I've been feeling like literally like chest tightness, sometimes pain and pressure, which is like the signs of a fucking heart issue, right? Like we all know if you feel tightness and pressure, that's like not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. Yeah. Are you
So I've
feeling
been feeling
tingling in
that.
your arm?
I felt tingling in my arms,
Okay.
like all of that stuff. And then sometimes shortness of breath. Like I would exercise and then I would feel it more, and then I would get short of breath. So after like a month, I was like, fuck this. I'll just go to a cardiologist just to like get it checked out,
Yes.
right? And so I did the whole thing. This was like over the last 2 weeks.
Oh, shit.
I did
like an EKG and all that.
everything.
Yeah.
X-ray, EKG, blood test, Holter monitor, where I kept a thing. I still have the marks on my body.
Wow.
It's been over a week because I had to monitor on like 24/7 for 8 days.
Oh my God.
And literally everything is fine except I have premature heartbeats, which I have had in the past.
What does that mean?
It basically means that like, and there's 2 parts of your heart where you can get it. I have it in both parts of the heart. And it just means like your heart produces an extra heartbeat. So my heart will beat like twice when it should only beat once sometimes.
Okay, got it.
And that's what can produce like the fluttery feeling or the tightness and all of that.
Oh.
So
you need to like take Xanax or something, just calm
I mean, that would be
down.
good. But yeah, basically I need to like calm down.
Yeah.
And my doctor was like, it's probably stress and like anxiety. And I was like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Like it both
Which is like kind of psychosomatic.
no, literally.
Yeah.
It made me feel like getting all those results made me feel great because now I can rule out heart issues.
Right. Which is part of your anxiety, right?
Which was part of it too. So
I do think, Cells, you have a little bit of hypochondria in you.
I do. And it used
Yeah.
to be a lot worse. So like imagine this, but worse.
Right.
So
but
like,
that's great news that you know that it's not really a physical health thing.
Yeah. So that helps. Also, like getting the results, I was like, oh, like great, nothing's wrong. But then it also was like, fuck. So this is all because of my anxiety.
But that, I feel like
I
you don't have to frame it that way though, right?
I know, but I felt so like I just felt really discouraged.
Oh.
That like I thought I had been getting better, and then this stuff
Right, because if you
happens.
had like some sort of physical ailment, then you can just blame it on that. And
Blame
be
it
like,
on
oh,
that.
I can take some antibiotics or like
Yeah,
some sort
yeah.
of medicine to make it go away. But it's like kind of in your head.
Yeah, but it's
Right.
like
having
okay,
to deal
that's
with
my
that.
But that's how powerful
mental
the mind
illness.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, just
That's tough, but I'll pause at this. It's like you don't have to think about it like, oh, so this is all on me. Because I feel like that's one perspective, right? It's like I'm the cause of my own anxiety, so it's a me thing. But I think another way to look at it is now that you know that it's a you thing, you know you yourself better than anyone else. So like actually that's the best, because if it was a medical thing, you'd have to rely on other people to help you
Right.
fix it. So it's more empowering actually. In my head, it's like encouraging that it's something that, okay, I can work on my anxiety myself and try to figure this out, knowing that that's the source of it, right?
yeah, that's actually a good way of thinking about it.
Yeah, it's a good.
Like you're in
Yeah.
control. Like this is, and you totally can do it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I call it my mental break. It's not, I mean, yeah, in like March, I had like a mental break where I had this like crazy panic attack. And then I had a series of those same panic attacks. It wasn't just once, it was like it happened like 4 times after that again. And then really not in a good place. Like really never felt so scared in my entire life, just like constant like panic and fear. And so I was like, okay, I need to like do something about this. I can't ignore it any longer because it's like affecting my life. It's not just, oh, I get panic attacks or like, oh, I'm scared of flying. It's not that. It's like I'm literally just scared. I just have so much fear in my life. It like holds me back from a lot. Literally like debilitating. and where I can't do like certain things. So I was like, okay, I need to do something about it. So I have been working on getting better. And so I've been doing a lot of things over the last few months where I've been like targeting my anxiety and needing to like trying to get better.
Like,
Are
as
you
in, like,
getting any therapy?
Like
or-
therapy, journaling, this very specific type of journaling that helps with like traumas and stuff. And then a lot of like reading, like education. Like I want to educate myself on what is going on. That has been helping a lot too.
Okay.
And I've been getting better.
Good.
It's been my anxiety wise, it's been a lot better.
Good.
That's great.
Since March. But then like when this heart thing happened, I was like, oh, so I'm like not better now. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
and
the
then it was
thing.
like, what the fuck?
I think that's
My heart is literally telling me that I'm not better.
No, but that's a mindset thing where you can. It's a perspective, right? So it's like you just have to look at it from a different perspective, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm so grateful. Like that's. You know what I mean? Like that's the best news I could hear. To be honest.
Exactly. So I need to, I need to like start thinking like that instead of the worst.
Yes.
Or instead of anything bad, honestly.
Dude,
Just look at
it's
it as
so
something
funny. I
that's-
used to laugh. You know that movie Donnie Darko? You guys ever seen Donnie Darko?
Great
So like
movie.
that motivational speaker, Patrick Swayze, comes in and he's all about like fear is ruling your lives. And my friends in high school and I would always like make fun of that scene because it's like fear, like come on, like Yoda kind of
Yeah.
shit. But as I grew older, I did realize and learn that fear is the number one debilitating thing.
It's crazy.
And because
It
fear
is.
creeps in so many insidious ways that you don't even know that it's really fear, right? Like concern is really just fear, light. Fear light is concern, right?
Worry.
Worry,
Yeah.
right? And or like projecting things and
Anger.
anger is a symptom of fear,
response, yeah.
right? So it's like,
Yeah.
and I've said this on the podcast before, but the technique that I use, I got from this book, The Untethered Soul, is like, just remember that the voice in your head that is like telling you to be afraid is not the voice of reason. That's the voice of anxiety. That's like, that's your inner psyche that who you should never really listen to be honest. Unless it's of matters of grave importance, like survival, right? But like for something like social anxiety, right? Never got it until maybe the last 2 years. Started getting social anxiety after drinking, and then being like, I was never this way. I would never like replay events and be like, oh fuck, never, And then
Until recently,
until
kind of,
relatively
yeah.
recently, and that's like, and then that's why even on stage at the wedding, being like, don't fucking look back
Yeah.
and regret something you're gonna do. I never had those inhibitions before. It's good that I developed like a radar for it because I think I needed that. But then it would bleed over into anxiety, which I was like, I don't know why I feel it actually am feeling kind of like I don't know, bad about myself or like bummed out about myself,
Yeah.
like which are not feelings I was used to feeling.
Like the low self-esteem, because that
Low
accompanies
self-esteem,
fear, and
like
anxiety.
fear of judgment was weird because
Yeah.
again, never gave a shit about judgment until maybe last 2 years. Yeah, fear of judgment is weird. Like never felt that, but I understand it now. But I understand that that's a voice in my head that is like preying upon some insecurity that I have that I just need to unearth and then kind of, I don't know how this metaphor is going to go.
I think
but
like accept it.
Accept
Like,
it, yeah.
Yeah.
My
'Cause-
mom said something very funny. She was like, marriage is all about accepting imperfections in your partner. And I was like,
Yes.
and also in yourself. I mean, I realize that it's also imperfections that I have to finally confront because I am inseparable from my partner now. Like we're together.
Yeah.
And there are definitely things about me that I realized like, oh man, I am just like super sensitive. And like I can be so grumpy and I can be like a big pain in the ass, like I've known these things. I've known these things like peripherally, and I've known them because Sue will say them. But like I'm always like, but, you know what I mean? But like,
The joking older sister way.
but it's different for me to deal with them as a
Yeah.
husband now.
Yeah,
and being
for
like,
sure.
oh wow, like I really do need to like work on that. I
For
never
sure.
thought I did. Like I kind of thought I was like, I got it figured out, And I realized
because
I didn't.
like you can get away with it if you like don't have relationships, if you isolate yourself, if you live alone, like if you don't you're not held accountable unless
Right.
there's another person in the picture who's like who you're intimate with.
Yeah.
And so
It's a big accountability thing.
Yeah.
It is.
but we all have those.
Yeah.
But then I think, I'm curious, like, what do you guys fear?
Oh my God, bro. I mean,
Like, if we're talking about,
if I would be very candid about just being married, very bluntly, I fear that, like, what if we fall out of love one day, right? Or what if, like, this happiness has its endpoint? As you said earlier, like, all things end, and that's a fact of life. But how do I preemptively adjust and grow in a way that the change feels natural to me instead of, like, jarring or devastating?
right, where like one day you're like,
But can't predict it, right? You really can't predict those things. It's something I've
true.
learned too. So
Gotta roll with the punches.
Yeah, gotta roll the punches, and you
Yeah.
gotta fucking deal. I mean, that's something
work
I'm
on,
learned.
yeah.
You gotta deal. You gotta work on and
Gotta
work,
grow.
work
Yeah.
through difficult emotions. That's always been kind of hard for me. So, but I even feel like other than that fear, I was fearful about like employment stuff. You know, going back to like our boss and just like the thing going on in my company and. But the thing is that blew over and now things are fine. So kind of also remembering that even when you feel really low and sad or scared, like probably in a few weeks it'll be fine and you'll look back being like, why was I worried? I feel like that happens a lot in my life. So my whole mantra has always been just like, shit happens, but like I won't let it affect me. It's harder now, honestly, to be like, it doesn't affect me because it's more important. The things that are happening around me have a material effect on like my future and me and Jan's future. But I do have an enduring optimism and a confidence, which is the reason why I am where I am today, because I'm so successful. But but just having that optimism, endurance, and confidence is part of who I am. So just remembering those strengths and then being like, yeah, you got this, man. It really does help. Just telling myself, you got this, dude. Like, yeah, it feels shitty right now, but it'll be fine. And listening to music helps too, actually. I don't know if you do music therapy at all, Seline.
no.
Dude, music is probably the best thing.
Very healing.
Yeah.
It's the best
I've heard about music
Yeah.
and art therapy.
It's
like
the best.
Drawing and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, Seline has famously said on the podcast that music can affect us on a cellular level.
Literally.
Yeah,
though.
it does.
She did say
So
that.
music
Literally.
therapy.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you
did say
did.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you
like,
should
wait,
listen to more.
That's smart.
Like,
I know.
fucking-
I
Yeah.
don't listen to music.
Music is the best.
Yeah.
It can change your mood instantaneously.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you
I
ever
used to
heard
tell
of-
myself that when I was younger. Like every time I'm like super sad or whatever, I'm like, you know what could change your mood instantly? I always remember when I hear a song where I'm like, oh my God, I love this song.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
immediately forget about whatever.
just like-
I was like,
It
You're
lights
just like
up
Al
something.
Green can save me right now.
Yeah.
I just need to listen to a lot of Al Green. Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly what I do. But yeah, sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying?
Oh, Jay,
I was gonna make a joke saying, "Have you ever heard of Elliott Smith?"
I have.
No, but I remember in high school, I was listening to a lot of like depressing music because that's what I fucking like.
Yeah.
You like to
And,
wallow.
and then I remember I had a job interview at like Jamba Juice or something. And,
Oh yes.
and I have like crippling, and it was much worse than a social anxiety. So like going to a job interview, I'm like really nervous and like I can't smile if I even try to, but I had to like I was like going to this interview and I was like I need to get like happy. I need to be like not me.
Yeah.
And so I'm like I can't listen to what I normally listen to. I have to listen to like some happy music, and I like put on
like something you'd never listen to.
yeah, and I just remember having that thought, and like now I definitely think that there is a reason I am the way that I am, but is it the chicken or the egg thing? Like,
yeah.
you know, am I the way that I am because I listen to all this shit, or
But-
do I listen to this shit because I am just like
that way.
predisposed to want to like that stuff?
Yeah.
But nowadays I try to listen to like more upbeat music and
Like
like
K-pop.
Nice.
yeah, like K-pop. And like, I started getting into running, and like you can't run listening to like Sparkle Horse or
No.
like some shit.
I don't
Horse,
even know
yes.
what that is. But
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
I'm like,
So
Yeah,
so
Sparkle
I'm like listening to like K-pop playlists and like
Yeah, it's so true.
Vampire Weekend, which I hated for no reason because I thought they were lame or something.
Love
Just
Vampire
like
Weekend.
Love
just more
Vampire
upbeat
Weekend.
shit.
Vampire
I love them too now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like it does on a cellular level
Yeah.
have an effect.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, I hope that first of all, thanks for opening up about your mental health journey.
Yes,
And
thank you for sharing.
Another mantra that I picked up in the book is help is everywhere, is something the book said. And
Health?
help.
Oh, help.
Help is everywhere.
Help is everywhere.
Help.
And
That
I
was-
was like,
wow.
I don't know what that means, but it when I broke it down, I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't have to keep all this inside. I could express it to someone. I could ask someone for advice. It's nothing's stopping me from doing that except myself at the end of the day too. So if I were to ever feel super alone and like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Yeah, just ask for help. You know, it's literally everywhere. I can name 10 people that I would ask for help if I was in that position. So that was a useful tool for me, I guess. But I'm wondering, are you reading anything right now that you can recommend to the listeners if they're still listening right now?
Yeah. Well, I'm reading a lot about cognitive behavioral therapy.
Oh, shit.
Because that is like, so for example, like in therapy, I'm not interested in like, therapy's been hard. I don't really like it.
It's work.
It's work, but it's also like when I first started, it made me really disoriented. What's the word? Like it just made me feel worse.
Huh.
And like, yeah, I felt worse
Because
in every
they were
way.
asking questions that you didn't feel comfortable answering, or you didn't like the answers that you gave.
Well, I wasn't like ready to answer anything yet. And then also I was like talking about stuff that I felt it was like premature. And then it just like brings up a lot of like unsettling emotions and feelings that it's like, well, I wasn't ready to talk about that, but now I suddenly feel like very unsettled and
yeah,
like,
vulnerable.
yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't like therapy when it's like, for me personally, when you're just like talking about your past.
Yeah.
For me personally, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in how do I change my mode of thinking.
Like right now.
Yeah, I need to change the way I think. Like I literally need to go for lack of like better words, like I need to go from pessimist to optimist. Like I need to just learn how to change the way I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's CBT. It's just changing the way you think
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Yep.
I see.
And it's like seemingly when I first read about it, I was like, this is so out of reach. This is so stupid. Yet it's so simple. So it's like, oh, actually, if I look at it with the mindset that it's simple
Yeah.
and it's all up to you, as you said, it's literally just up to me. No feedback from other people. It's just me practicing on my own.
Yeah. It's tough because I think that there are blockages that occur through trauma, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they are, but I intuitively feel that
Yep.
there can be blockage that is stemmed from maybe an experience or a feeling that you had around a certain person or a feeling you have around certain environments or social situations that are very hard to unpack until you talk about them. So that's why it's like,
No,
you know,
that's true.
It's
Yeah.
a combination.
it's
of,
a combination of a lot of things.
Yeah.
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 Like
Which
you have
is
to understand what triggers you.
what
in
is
order
pissing
to,
you
yeah.
off? What is angering you? Like
The trigger thing has been eye-opening for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable sharing? Like, have you discovered what some of those triggers are? With
Well, like
you?
never in my life have I ever like considered what my triggers are. Because like Aaron, I was relating to what you were saying. I'm really sensitive and moody too, just way too sensitive.
Yeah.
Like someone says one thing,
And so you're
You know,
sensitive to
and-
like criticism, essentially.
criticism, like shifts in mood, like also situations, like if things are too loud or like if you know, I don't feel in control. Like I'm just like I get pissed a lot.
Yeah.
And then like it makes it really unpleasant for the people around you. And that's something you don't learn until like people tell you, right?
Right, totally.
Or that like where you actually spend time with people. But so learning about my triggers, like what makes me angry, what makes me sensitive, never thought about that
Yeah.
ever before in the past until literally the last like year.
Damn.
Yeah. Because you agree, right? We like anger is seemingly a reflexive, like instinctual emotion.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
when you take a step back, anger actually, I think anger is instinctual. It comes up, you cannot control it.
Yeah.
But you can control how far it goes, the extent of what you do with the anger. So for example, you feel the anger, that is not your fault. I genuinely believe that. But then, like, what do you say to the person that you're angry
Right.
at? Or what do you do to yourself? Or what are the choices you make
Yeah. I also think
after
like
that spate of anger?
understanding what makes you angry or why you're getting angry. Because I find myself getting really pissed off at times, and I get so worked up, but I don't really know why.
Totally.
And then
that
I
makes
have
you
to
feel so
reflect,
shitty
and then
'cause
I'm
you're
like,
like-
why am I getting so
Yep.
pissed off? And then you go into the analytic thing, and then you're discovering things about yourself, and it's like, oh, am I projecting, or like is
You know, I think that what I've learned, at least about myself, is that the sensitivity with criticism, especially, comes from me as being a younger brother my whole life, and then not having any agency to express being unhappy.
Right.
And then so now that I feel more confident in when I feel unhappy and acknowledging it and like setting boundaries, I think that it's a new toy that I found. And like I'm using it a lot, but that's not healthy either because I don't want to be oversensitive. But it is good for me to let people know when something is not okay. You know what I mean? But I was just unpacking this today with my mom, to be honest, because I was like, I think that I am really sensitive, and not in a chill way at all. Not like aware sensitive or like, you know what I mean? I am aware
Like a
sensitive
man
too.
who cries.
Yeah, like I think that there's a lot of benefits of being sensitive, but the drawbacks that I've learned about myself is this type of like, it stems from a feeling of being criticized unfairly or being judged unfairly or being looked at like you're not capable of something, which you never invited. And like, you feel like the other person is like designating this judgment onto you. But that judgment is purely just the way that they said it.
Yeah.
And so part of me is like learning just because it came off that way to your ear, I need to be able to like separate that from like the way I felt, right? So it's like Elena talked about this a long time ago on the podcast, like intention versus impact.
Yeah.
And that always stuck with me because I understand my impact, but I understand the intention being innocuous. How do I get back to it being just innocuous without that impact literally like eating at me until it's resolved?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that is a shitty feeling. Like, I fucking hate that.
I mean, I've talked about this before on one of the episodes, but like Vipassana, like the meditation technique that I learned at this like 10-day silent meditation place. I feel like everything you guys are saying just like really resonates because I think the practice was basically you sit with like the uncomfortable feeling of sitting still for an hour in silence. And then all these like thoughts pop up and, you know, you start like, like your mind starts to wander, right? But like the exercise was like bringing it back and just being like, this too shall pass.
Yeah.
Like legit, you know, like that was like.
Did you just come up with that? That's amazing. That's a really good saying.
That's crazy.
I trademarked that. Yeah, but it's like,
it's
like
so true though.
You're supposed to sit there and be like anicca, which means like this will pass. And that's just the technique. And you do that for like 10 hours a day, right? But it's kind of like, it's like.
Okay, well, I mean.
So
it's a little extreme, but, you know, obviously it's like part of training yourself to like rewire your brain to be like, hey, you're reacting, right?
Yeah.
It's like a reaction that's coming from like, but you can control that.
Exactly.
You can separate yourself, exactly what you were saying just now, right? And I think that's like, it's a practice that I would love to continue, but obviously it takes discipline.
And it takes a lot of discipline because you forget it too.
You forget
you could work
it.
on it for like a month.
Exactly.
And then
And
then when
instant.
one trigger,
Yeah.
So I've been reading a lot of Stoic stuff, like Stoicism. That the Stoic principles, I think it's too masculine for my liking. Like I subscribe to that guy, Ryan Holiday.
I know exactly.
And I don't like how in every fucking email, all he mentions is Theodore Roosevelt did this.
Marcus
John F.
Aurelius
Kennedy,
did this.
I'm like, one woman, just one woman, like one, and no.
He's like, no woman has ever been a stoic.
Yeah, or no woman has ever ruled an empire. Like, I don't know. But like, but the principles are so fucking simple.
Very
I like
simple.
how he lays it out. And then they're so applicable to anxiety.
Totally.
It's just like a guideline for an anxious person.
I think we need
It's
like a
like-
separate episode where Seline like lectures us.
No, totally.
About, like
No, I
in
wanna
a good
talk,
way.
I want to
in a-
talk. I love talking more about this. I
Yeah.
never did before.
Yeah.
But also because I didn't understand it. Yeah.
Are you reading
now
like
I'm like-
meditations? Are you gonna?
I'm reading meditations.
Okay, cool.
It's like, yeah, it's just very simple
Very
principles.
simple. But it's the
Like-
same thing as like, you know, I used to shit on religion a lot, but
Yeah.
Stoicism is its own brand of religion.
course
It's a
it is,
software that
yeah.
you use to get through
Yeah.
life. And I get why people go to church once a week now because
Yeah.
sometimes they need to be reminded of the teachings of
Right.
the word, which are very helpful. I mean, aside from like the first 5 books of the Bible, or the Old Testament probably, everything in the Bible is pretty fucking wise.
Yeah.
all that Old Testament shit though, it's kind of dark, but
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of darkness.
but
and
yeah,
a
very
lot of-
wise stuff in the Bible. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's simple and it's not.
It's
Yeah.
It's hard to remember. That's all it is. And
But the
if-
things you have to do are simple.
but it helps though if like first of all if you are following the Daily Stoic, for example, right? And then you see these reminders on your feed of like these very common proverbs, but
Literally, yeah.
but you're like, okay, reminded of it.
Reminder.
Right.
And then
yeah.
you scroll down, you see like whatever Kim Kardashian's ass, right? Like
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
thing. It's like the distractions are so
Yeah.
like multitudinous, and then that
so
one
not
thing you
right.
need to see is there somewhere. You just
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
make sure it's like in your life, I guess.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But there's so much stimulation. Like we're
Way
constantly
too much
surrounded by
stimulation.
way too much stimulation. So I feel like that's why we need those like daily reminders.
Right,
or
right.
whatever.
I like that hour of just sitting in silence by yourself.
That's such a Jay thing.
Dude, actually, I actually really need that because I think that I flood my daily life with just shit constantly. I just
Like what
I
kind of
can't
shit?
like podcasts. Like I can't sit
yeah, yeah,
silently
yeah,
by
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I'm not doing
Like you have to have
anything,
something on.
I have to be listening to someone talk.
Oh.
So I'm like
Interesting.
when I fall asleep, I'm listening to a podcast. When I'm like washing the dishes, cooking, like I can't start until I like have my phone next to me and like I turn something on.
Oh, I see.
And I need to just be comfortable with like being by myself
You
and
should
with my
try,
thoughts and
yeah.
just chilling.
Yeah.
It's so
You know?
fucking hard. By the way,
hard.
I will tell you right
Yeah.
now.
After like 7 minutes, you're like,
They
oh.
they say like when you go to Vipassana, they're like your mind is a monkey, a chained monkey,
Yeah.
right? So basically, like whenever you start this practice, it's like your mind is gonna be like fighting against the chains, you know, obviously, and then after a while, like that's why you have to keep practicing because after a while, it'll get tired. The monkey will be tired and it will learn to just like accept, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But then when you actually try it, you're like, wow,
Yeah.
this thing is
and
powerful.
I will add that like ignoring the interior voice is not actually I didn't find that super effective either because as a creative person I trust my interior voice. That's my artistic voice.
Yeah.
So I did go through a period where I was like, okay, shut off that voice and just live. But that voice would be like, hey, what do you think about this like art thing? And like, let's think about it. And I'd be like, shut up, voice. But then I realized, wait, that's also the voice that I trust the most with my artistic tastes and the things that I like. So understanding, I guess it's
I think it's
about judgment.
different.
It's a judgment
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right? Because like if the voice is just like beating you down
Yeah,
with like
and it's-
negativity,
exactly.
then
It depends
it's
what-
definitely like shut
yeah.
the fuck up voice.
Yeah, yeah.
So oh, it's tough.
Yeah.
We should all go on this 10-day silent meditation camp
That
together.
actually sounds
A 10-day
really
medication
good.
camp sounds like
Meditation camp.
meditation.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, that also sounds
I'm
nice,
actually
but-
down for that.
Yeah, it's like such
really
a trip.
am.
you should do it.
I should do it. And then you like sleep early, wake up early, right?
It's
which I do
It's
anyways.
really insane. Yeah, you have to sleep technically by like 11 p.m. because you wake up
Oh,
at
that's
like 5 a.m.
That's my routine now.
yeah. And then
Damn.
you just meditate as soon as you start waking. They don't let you read though. You're
Yeah,
not
you have
supposed
to
to
be
read.
literally
You're not
just
allowed to
nothing.
write. You just have to sit with
Okay,
yourself.
that's pretty crazy.
Yo, you speaking of a 10-day medication retreat, I was in Italy for 10 days, medicating myself with wine and
Pasta?
carbs.
yeah.
Carbs are so good.
So
It's like
good.
it sucks how good they are.
But
It
you
does
know,
suck.
we were talking about this earlier, Sels.
Love
As long as you
carbs.
exercise,
I
this is
know.
the almost obvious sentence, but I mean, Jen and I were eating nonstop carbs and wine for 10 days. We didn't gain. I think we gained 1 kilo when we weighed ourselves when we got back, and already we're back to our
Okay,
normal
that's me
weights.
in like
That's because you guys
2
were
days,
walking
yeah.
around.
Because
so
we
much.
were walking
Yeah.
around quite a bit. But even still, I mean, I was like wow, 3 pastas in one day. That's kind of gnarly,
Right.
you know?
Literally pasta for every meal.
Like, and everything's bread, right?
Bread, yeah.
pasta, whatever.
Plus the alcohol on top of that.
And then the alcohol. And trust me, when we were in Cinque Terre, I was like, beer, beer. Because I would just sweat it out, right?
Right.
Yeah, and
It's just
it was
water.
so much fun, though. God, I love Italy. Italy's the best.
Yeah, it lives up to the hype.
It does. And
It's such a diverse
And
place
anyone-
with
so-
the best food in the world. Like I will argue, like the Italians.
I'm gonna push back. I'm
gonna say best cuisine.
I
in
think
the
Korea
world.
has got the best cuisine in the world.
I think
Yeah.
no, obviously, like for me personally, but I think in terms of like impact, iconic
Oh, okay,
status, like
Sure.
universality,
Yeah.
it's gotta be Italian food.
Yeah.
Like that's
100%.
I think so.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
Yeah.
you know, the first few meals we had in Rome, because we didn't really do our research and we're just hungry, walked into a certain place. Like, dude, one place they were advertising American breakfast. It was like 8 a.m. Nothing's
Anywhere
open.
you see an English menu,
God.
run.
Bro, I learned the lesson, right?
Oh my gosh.
I wish we
How
took a
dare you
picture.
fall into
I
this
wish
tourist
we took a
trap.
picture. No, because we were just hungry.
Exactly.
Nothing's open at 8
I
a.m.
know.
Right, that's true.
And
I
so
know.
this hotel, and we're like, okay, you can trust a hotel, right? They advertise like this like English breakfast for €6, and we're like,
Oh,
nice,
shit.
that's
Well,
a
that's
good
still,
deal.
yeah.
And we ultimately learned that obviously
First
inexpensive
mistake,
things have a big price tag
Oh,
at the end of the
no.
day because we were pissed.
Oh no.
We were pissed.
What do they serve?
So it was going to be like
Oh,
toast and some eggs and like 2 nice English sausages. That's what the picture had.
Okay.
The sausages were, I don't know how to describe them other than they were like so pink and pale that it made you want to
Like not cooked.
not
Oh, like the hot dog sausages?
basically like a hot dog sausage.
Like Frank's?
kind of like a Vienna sausage, a bigger Vienna sausage.
Yeah.
And so it comes out, and we're just like, both of our faces are just like, oh my God.
Ashen.
Yeah, just ashen. And then we're like, can we get a coffee? Turns out the coffee is not included in
Extra
this thing.
charge?
And the coffee there was like €4. So then it turned so like we're such idiots. There were so many other
You got trapped.
Yeah, we got trapped.
Trapped.
And it's fine. It's fine. Like we learned our lesson. Also, like Roman food is very cheesy and salty. Like
Yes.
way more. And they like it al dente, but a little too al dente
Oh,
for my
I like
opinion.
that.
I don't
like that.
I like al
crunchy,
dente.
slightly.
Yeah.
But this is funny. So we went to this one restaurant that was not only we researched it on our own, but some people had recommended it to us. It's called Nonarella, and it was the
Nonare.
worst. It was the worst
Nonarella.
fucking lunch ever.
Oh no.
no.
Oh
It was
no.
the worst.
Wait, why? You got
Who recommended
Yeah,
this?
it got co-signed?
It got co-signed by Jian's coworker had suggested it, and then also I had done some research. I was like, I think this area has this one
no.
restaurant. Everyone else seemed to love it, so I think maybe we just were not the table that got the best food.
Huh.
But we ordered 2 Roman dishes, and they were both way too much flour in the noodle. The noodle was so thick and floury
Oh, God.
that it just you could almost taste. I mean, Jen said this. She was like, I could taste raw flour in the middle of the noodle.
Oh.
So it was like
So
not
even cooked properly.
It wasn't. Maybe I think they hadn't
Or maybe that was
proofed
the
the
style.
dough. They hadn't proofed their
Okay.
dough. And then we went to Florence, and the food was amazing. Florence was the best, and I love it. I was telling them earlier, I went to Michelangelo's Plaza. Have you been to Florence, Nuna?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Michelangelo's Plaza that overlooks the city. It just looks like a scene out of Hercules.
Yeah.
Disney's Hercules.
Disney's Hercules.
Just so, like, the trees are so beautiful.
Yeah.
And the buildings are so quaint, and everyone's in love in Italy. Everyone's on their fucking honeymoon in Italy. Oh my God, how many fucking couples
I'm
did
sure,
we see?
I'm sure.
We sat.
Everyone's like
Did you
making
bond
out
with
on the
any
streets.
fellow
I'll tell
honeymooners?
2 stories about some foreigners that we like met. Okay, so in Cinque Terre, we were sitting next to on our sunbeds at the beach. There was another couple on their honeymoon, and next to them was an old couple that were probably American but just traveling Italy, and so we could hear them talking. They were chatting it up with each other throughout the entire day, and Jan and I were kind of just trying to keep our own, but at one point when the old couple like went upstairs to like use the bathroom or whatever, the husband came back with some bruschetta and the wife freaked out on him in this most like overtly aggressive. It wasn't even passive.
God.
It was like, okay, so wait, what the fuck is this? Like just
geez.
using profanity for no reason,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to accentuate how mad she was. And she's like, okay, no, wait, I asked for this. And he's like, no, you asked for this. And it turns out, right, she didn't understand the menu and ordered the same bruschetta twice, which was not his fault at all. But the fact that he came downstairs with the bruschetta and she
yeah.
just started shitting on him like really aggressively. I mean, Jan and I were like, this is kind of uncomfortable. And then the old couple comes back and like, how's the honeymoon? And immediately the wife is like, oh, it's so great.
Oh my God.
Do you guys want some bruschetta? And that's when she talked to us. Do you guys want some bruschetta? We ordered too much.
Oh my
And I'm
God.
like, no, we're good. But we just kind of felt bad for
Awkward.
like, yeah.
So
Honestly, Jan
awkward.
said like the husband seemed like he wasn't on top of his shit either, which is
Okay.
fair. He seemed
Yeah.
like totally like.
No, and then when people are traveling, they're like frazzled and stressed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then there was actually one more couple on the train behind us when we were going to Firenze that the husband was being so patient and this woman, his wife or his fiance, whatever, she was being so fucking mean to him in the same
What
way
is
that
up with these mean
Dude.
wives?
girls are mean, first of all. So
It's probably something the husband did.
yeah,
Let's be honest.
girls
Yeah.
are girls are mean, but she was just being so needlessly picky about everything.
Yeah, it's like it's not
Where
gonna
he-
go. Their marriage
Dude,
is
it
not
was
gonna go.
so
They are
well.
not
awkward.
gonna
It was
last.
so awkward to hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude,
Every-
literally,
But I like honestly
my worst fear.
secretly love listening in on
No,
this
it's.
conversation.
I mean, because you're single, right? But like, me and Jen are being like, dude, like this could be us, like one day.
oh, like it's stressing you guys out.
It kind of it stressed me out because I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, is this how
would've
people
been
who are
like,
married
huh.
just talk?
yeah.
And to a certain degree, I understand that too. Like Jan and I definitely had our fair share of like little,
Quibbles.
yeah, quibbles. Absolutely.
Everyone does.
But it wasn't like we were shouting at each other on a train or like
It's
saying
so
"Fuck you."
rude. Actually,
gets to
I,
that
I
point.
just talked about this in America when I was with my friends, but in general, like my new rule being like 37 and Nuna and whatever, and always like somehow becoming like third wheel to like a relationship, I'm basically like, if any couple starts fighting in front of me, I'm gonna fucking
Out.
unfriend
Get
them.
the fuck
like
out.
straight
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I'm like, people need to start understanding that it's not pleasant to be around it and it's anxiety inducing. It makes everyone
actually
uncomfortable.
Oh,
is.
it's the worst.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it's so funny because like you're like, oh, I
Dude,
enjoy it. I'm like, nah,
bro,
fuck that.
it's
I'm
like-
like, get the
if
fuck
it's
out. You know?
strangers.
Yeah,
if it's
totally.
strangers.
If it's strangers,
Oh my
yeah.
God, if it's people I know, so
It's so awkward.
uncomfortable.
It's like you were
So
saying earlier
awkward.
about like G-Wagons and noise pollution.
Yeah.
I think that there's emotion pollution of negative emotion.
Yes.
When people
Yes.
express negative emotion publicly, it's such a turn off. That's not the right term, but it's so negative. It's
it kills
just
the
it's a
vibe.
buzzkill.
It
Yeah.
is. It kills a vibe. Not to say that I'm like super optimistic all the time.
No,
I'm a
totally,
big
totally.
pessimist, but I feel like I'm very aware of like, I don't want to ruin people's moods. Like I want to be like, I don't know.
Well, you have what I have, which is like we want to be chill.
Yeah, I
And
wanna be
to our
chill.
detriment. Though.
I think, and so the total opposite of that, which I equally don't like, is when we landed in Rome at the airport. We were in the taxi line. Everyone's in that line.
Oh God.
This couple in front of us making out, not even kissing,
oh,
making out.
They
like,
just had a big fight on the plane.
Excessive.
like we are
PDA.
at a bar and it's
yeah.
midnight, and I was like, no.
No.
yeah,
You had
no.
to tap them on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Break it up.
No,
Break it up.
There's a kid right over there staring at you,
Yeah.
wondering what is up.
what they're doing.
Legit.
Are they screaming at
Like
each other?
I just think it's like kind of equal where it's like it's rude to do that. It's rude to
Yeah.
like make out.
I think so.
You know,
Or it's-
Excessive PDA.
yeah, it's
don't-
rude. I honestly think
rude.
it's rude.
Rude is a different term I'd use. I think it's
Yeah.
rude to argue in front of people.
Okay.
I think it's
Because it's-
inappropriate to make out in front of people, but they're
Okay.
not the same in my head. Because
Yeah.
rude is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Making
Right.
out is like,
Come
dude,
on, guys.
Yeah, come on.
Get a fucking
yeah,
room.
Come on. But it's
Right?
not a negative thing for me. It's more just like, come on, man.
But it's also
Yeah.
like having awareness about like
It's
a time
having
and a place,
awareness,
right?
yeah,
It's like
of
to your point.
who's around you
Yes.
and the like that and proximity and like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I definitely think making out in a line
Is
waiting for a
crazy.
taxi is crazy.
It's crazy, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's funny because we waited in a lot of lines in,
lot of lines.
in Europe.
Speaking of lines.
But it was actually kind of like refreshing to know how long Jan and I could just stand in line next to each other and not talk. Because we had to wait.
That's how you know.
Yeah, we were
That's
just like
how you
very
know
comfortable
that-
just like
yeah.
standing in line and just like not we didn't even have our phones because our data was limited. We had so we were just kind of just like thinking to ourselves, kind of looking around. It was like very I was like nice, you know?
Oh no, I I hate to do this. I have to go.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Side Dish Podcast. Tune in next week when we continue talking about Italy and other things. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.